What's up, YouTube? Giovanni here, your local obsessed entrepreneur, bringing you another one live from South Florida. That's where I'm living now. Hope everybody's having a good, productive day, week so far. Getting ready for Christmas coming up around the corner. So today I just want to share with you guys. Continue to share with you guys about how I was a young entrepreneur. Talk to you guys before how I started when I was 5 years old. If you didn't watch that video, I'll put the link in the description down below so you guys can take a look at it. So I came to America, got America here from Jamaica, as I was telling you guys here. So I'm gonna start to my entrepreneur through my teenage years, tell you guys about that. So when I came here, I started going to high school, and while in high school, my first job I remember it was at AMC Theater. I remember I was making $5.15 an hour back then, and I did that for a couple months, almost a year, and it was in a mall, and right across where I was, the AMC Theater was the Burlington Coat Factory. So one day on my lunch break, I went over there and just filled out an application. I was looking for a better job. I was making $5.15 an hour at the theater, and I was like, man, I got to get a better job. So I went and filled out an application. AMC Theater called me in for an interview, and got a job over there. So I ended up leaving AMC Theater, making $5.15 an hour, to Burlington Coat Factory. Now I was making $7.45 an hour. Whew. Back then it was feel like a pretty good raise back then. Which was pretty nice. And from Burlington, I just wasn't. I just wasn't feeling that. I just felt like something was missing, and I was always just looking around, trying to see what I want to do, where I want to be in life. I was a young entrepreneur. I'm just open mind. I'm just here looking around to see what's the next best opportunity for me, and looking around, I found Job Corps. So I left Burlington there, gave them notice, and from there I went to Job Corps. It's a trade training facility there, and that's where I started doing learning electrical. I got enrolled in the electrical program there, and that's where I started learning about electricity and how to be an electrician, and what to do and so forth. Still in my teens there. And this was nothing that anybody forced me to do. One of the things that's going to make you really successful in life is you have to be a self motivator. You have to be able to motivate yourself. You have to have that drive within you that make you want to go out there and try to better yourself, and get out there, learn, and just try to get into new things, learn new things and stuff like that. You have to have that drive, have to have that self motivation within you, because you know without that, it's really kind of hard, because a lot of people is just used to the systematic world, where they kind of just get in a position, or um, they like to being told what to do and when to do it. Really, that's what it is. They're not used to motivating themselves, or getting up to go out there to get nothing done for themselves. Like a lot of people have the mentality where they have to go to school to learn something. And that's just not true. you know So from Job Corps, I did that. Got into the electrical program, and from there I got my first electrical job. With an electrical company, being a helper. MAK Electric. I remember it like yesterday, way back then in the days. So that's how I got started in the construction industry, being an electrician. I did that for at least 8 years. Doing electrical work, at least 8 years. During that time, I worked for a couple companies, and also during that time is when I started and opened up my general construction business. First, I was doing handyman work, and then I started doing general construction. I was just always fascinated about how things are built. Very fascinated about houses and plumbing work and all of that stuff. I just at a young age I just love all that stuff, how stuff works. So I was just always eager and curious and just always learning, pushing myself to learn more and more and everything I can about these different fields, the codes, how things is supposed to be. And being an electrician for years, working alongside different trades and stuff, and seeing how things get transformed and stuff like that. I love that type of things, building, changing stuff. So that's when I went ahead and got my handyman company open, my general construction company open. And from there, I was just building, renovating houses. I was doing everything to the house, the electrical, the plumbing, carpentry, just complete renovation. And it was just amazing. And during that process, you know, um, came to meet and meet a lot of people and so forth. And through that general construction business is how I got involved into real estate, knowing how to renovate houses and so forth. And I remember one day this client called me. He had a place up there in Baltimore, and he just bought this building. It was like just in real rundown condition, real bad. And he was just trying to get it fixed up so he could get it rented, and he just didn't have much money for the construction. And the place just need a lot of work. So I'll work out a deal with him where I will kind of own part of the property, get it renovated so he's able to rent it, and I would get a part ownership of it, which was a really nice deal. So that was my first real estate deal with no money down, to own a part of this building with no money down at all. I still have to come out money out of my pocket to help him to renovate the place and buy material and pay for the guys, the laborers that was helping. But once that was all said and done, the building was done. Tenant start, it was fully rented. Tenant start paying rent. I was getting that money back little every month, and then eventually, years later, when I moved here to Florida, sold the building. So I was able to get a nice little piece of saving there, which was nice. So that was nice. First real estate, no money down. It's just so many ways out there to make money, be productive, be independent. Just a lot of ways out there. So those are going through that. That was just going through my teenage entrepreneurial years. How I left high school, got my first job at AMC, left there, go to Burlington Coat Factory, and from there to Job Corps, a trade school, where I pick up the electrical trade and start doing electrical work, working for electrical companies, and eventually I opened and got my own appliance, my own handyman company, then turned that into a general construction company, and from there I got into real estate, and that's what I've been doing for for a couple of years until 2017 when I decided to move to Florida, um, close and sell everything I have up north and move to Florida. And that's where I'm at now. And since I moved to Florida, I went ahead and opened up another business and still have a couple other businesses that I'm involved in going on. Um, but, you know, if you want it, it's there. And if you build it, they will come. And that's how I view life there. And out here you can't be afraid to try new things. You cannot be afraid to fail. FAIL. That just means first attempt in learning. That's all that word is. FAIL, first attempt in learning. And you just always got to keep it in your head that you never really truly fail or lose until you give up. So as long as you're not giving up and you keep moving, you keep pushing forward, you keep giving it 100%, you never really fail. You just gotta kind of keep being persistent, and you gotta look for motivation and inspiration around you and throughout your life. Wherever you could find it. Sometimes I know that it's not there like in your immediate surrounding or within your family, but you just have to try to look for that and kind of find that wherever you can. Motivation, inspiration. Um, because that's very important to be able to have that. And I come from a large family, but very few role models. So you really have to be careful who you're hanging around, who you're spending the most time with. Because it's really true what they say that you're going to be the average of the five people you spend the most time with. So whoever you're spending the most of each day with, every 24 hours per day, whoever you're spending the most time with, you're going to be the average of those five people. And it's that's why it's very important to surround yourself with successful people and a lot of positive influence, because that really does have a large impact on your life. Not everyone in your family is going to be role models. Not everybody in your family is going to be someone who you could look up to, but you really got to try to identify those people and kind of, you know, align yourself with those that you could look up to. I remember, when I came here growing up, a couple of people I could really look up to and look up to, and that kind of really inspire and motivate me. Um, Throughout my youth, growing up, transforming into adulthood, I would say, my aunts. I have a couple of great aunts. They're just truly amazing, and uh, they have inspired and motivated me a lot throughout my life. I don't even think they really know or kind of understand how much they kind of motivate and inspire me. And two uncles as well. One of them passed away. Yeah, my aunt and her husband. A lot of them really inspired me and helped me throughout my life, and they've been absolutely amazing. So you really just got to find the ones that you could look up to, that inspire you, that really motivate you, and kind of align yourself with those people and stick with them, and yeah, because life is short. They say on average we only get to live to see 60 summers in our lifetime. 60 summers on average, we humans. That's not a long time at all. So all this time people spend wasting, arguing, holding hate, um, it just doesn't make sense when you really look at it. Um, it just doesn't make sense at all. Yes. So that's all I got to say today, folks. Hope you guys out there being productive and having a good day. And check down into the description for more info and more videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one.